All right, folks, we're here to talk about senior living and specifically my favorite senior living community that I have been to so far. This is the one I wanted to go to when I retire in style, and that community is Windsor at Celebration. It's located just south of Walt Disney World. So come along, let's do this tour, and by the end, I think you'll see why I love this place so much. So much great stuff here, but I'm only going to highlight the best things because we don't have time to talk about everything. There's so much good stuff. All right. First off, just take a look at this place from the outside. You're living in style, right? You can tell it's high-end and looks expensive. Well, it's actually much more affordable than you think, and it offers amazing value. So if it looks too expensive to you, just stick with me, because it probably isn't. First of all, when you walk in, everything looks nice and smells clean. If you've toured senior living communities before, you know some of them have that disinfectant, I'm gonna burn your nose out type of smell. Or maybe it's not unpleasant, but just that cleaner type smell. Well, Windsor at Celebration smells like a Hilton. You really feel like you're in the lobby of a luxury hotel. It's nice, clean, calming, and peaceful. Just check out these lounge chairs in the pool area. Everything's just resort style class. Now, I mentioned the location. It's Celebration, but look here on the map. Windsor's located in red, and just above it, that next little pin that's been dropped, that's the Walt Disney Resort in blue. So that's about 5 miles, so it's about 8 minutes door to door. And what I like about that is that's going to bring some visitors, right? That's going to bring all the family. They're going to be visiting Disney World anyway, so they have to come stop by and see Grandpa while they're there. And also, too, maybe they'll take me. I'll get to go to Epcot Center with them and drink around the world in a wheelchair or something. But also, too, I mean, even if you don't want to go to the parks, when your family comes to visit, all around that area, there's restaurants, there's shopping, there's tourism, there's attractions, there's all kinds of little things you can do. So when people come to visit you, you can make those memories. There's so many little things that your grandkids and great grandkids, if you have them, it's just completely ideal for opportunities to do stuff. You go to communities in some other areas, that's not right by Walt Disney World, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot less to do. My aunt was in a community in California, and remember we went to visit her. It was a nice place, and I loved it, but there's nothing to do when we went. There's Marie calendars that was looking like it was about to go out of business, and that was the only thing. But I just wish she was here, and we would have had a ton of things to do, and she would have loved it as well. Celebrations is a great place to put some senior living. Now, the key thing for me about Windsor at Celebration is just 5 miles from the gates of the Magic Kingdom. I have to imagine that I get more visits from my grandkids than almost any other senior community in the world, right? Disney World is one of the top tourist attractions on the planet, and it's not just Disney. Y'all also got Universal, SeaWorld, and all the shopping, dining, and entertainment that comes with being in that resort area. When your family visits, they won't just be sitting in the waiting room or eating at a random diner. You'll be making memories together. I mean, think about it. You're so close to some of the most fun and exciting activities in the world. My grandma used to live in a community near Disneyland in Anaheim. We used to go there. I used to love visiting her. I still remember I would sit down on her patio and you hear the booms, and then you look up and see the Disneyland fireworks. And that was just so magical. I'll never forget. I always wanted to go see her because she lived in Anaheim. And Anaheim was where Disney was. So definitely this will bring the grandkids. This is probably where I'd be hanging out the most when I go to Windsor at Celebration. Take a look at this resort-style pool. The ceiling has that cool cloud design like you're in a Vegas casino. You feel like you're outdoors. But it's 85 degrees year-round. Make it perfect for swimming summer or winter. It's fully accessible with a ramp over there on the right for easy access. And you can swim laps, relax, or take part in the daily aquafit classes. If I lived here, this is where I'd be all the time. For entertainment, Windsor has its own movie theater. They show both classic films, like this black and white one on the screen right now, as well as first-run movies. You don't even have to leave the building. No more $20 movie tickets or $15 popcorn, sticky floors, navigating crowded theaters. You can just grab some free popcorn and soda from the lobby, sit back, and enjoy the movie with your friends. How great is that? Windsor has several bars and lounges where you can grab a beer, a glass of wine, or a bite to eat. This is the main dining room right here. This is it just looks really great, but let's talk about the food for a second. So, nice, comfortable environment. It's not what you think about when you think about senior living. I mean, this looks like you're at a hotel in Disney World itself. The way Windsor does its food in the all-inclusive package, which we'll talk about pricing in a minute, with your package comes $1,000 of food credit at the restaurant. So And the restaurants is normal price. I know it looks like it's a resort, but it's gonna be normal price. You know, $9, $10 cheeseburger, chicken sandwich. They have salads, soups. They have the entrees of the day and all that stuff. But you're looking at somewhere between a $7 and $15 meal out the door. With your $1,000 credit, you're basically eating the whole month there, plus or minus. You might even have change at the end, but that's how you cover all your meals. Having meals cooked for mom, that's gonna be really good. It almost automatically adds to their longevity. Just not having to worry about cooking themselves, or sometimes when they're just too tired, not in the mood, just skipping those meals. So really good place, really nice place to eat. Also though, if they don't want to eat at the dining room one day, or if they want to make some of their own meals, every apartment has their own full-size kitchen. So here's one example. And by the way, here's what a living room looks like, in case you were wondering. This is like a full-on luxury condo, independent living type setup with an all-inclusive package. When you move in here, this is resort-style living for basically probably around what you're paying now to live alone in your house. It's really nice. This looks like my mother-in-law's luxury apartment in Raleigh. And the really cool thing though is, check this out. All the appliances, they're full size as well. So if you or your parents aren't thinking about moving into senior living because your mom likes to cook, there's no excuse here. Full size range, full size dishwasher. You could literally continue to have Thanksgiving dinner at grandma's house at Windsor at Celebration. This is her own room. This isn't like the common area or anything. This is a full-on kitchen that comes in each. Here's what a bathroom looks like. Nice walk-in shower. They got the bench. They got the handrails. Right next to it, you can see, maybe I'm blocking it a little bit, but there's a little pull-down handle like you have in the hospital. One of those little cords you can pull down if there's an emergency. Now that's really cool. It'll bring someone from downstairs. But check this out. This is the kids' favorite part, right? So here we got this. These are emergency call pendants. Now, your mom might be on a life alert system or one of the other available systems back at her house or wherever she's staying now. The problem with that, though, is if your parents are anything like mine, they don't like asking for help. And my parents would probably rather die than push that button and roll in a fire truck and an ambulance and maybe even a sheriff car to come out and see what's wrong. Especially if it was just something like, maybe they fell and they just felt like they just needed a little hand getting back up. The cool thing about these pendants is they ring downstairs, and when the on-call team comes up, it could be a nurse or something like that as necessary, and they can do a full-on medical response if that's necessary too. But the chances of mom actually pushing that button and having someone come up, if she knew it was just one of the friendly staff members who would just help her up, and not be a full-on lights and sirens event from the local fire department, chances of her actually pushing this when she needed just that little bit of assistance are a lot greater, and that's a really cool thing to have. It's just, you can't beat that. If you were trying to beat it though, however, it'd be with the Skybar. So I love this thing. It's on the very top floor and has views all over. You can see fireworks at all the parks that have them on a nightly basis. So this is another really cool thing you could do if you have kids and grandkids in the area. Invite them up for this. Invite them up. Have a cocktail, a couple sodas for the kids, and just watch the fireworks on the balcony. It's super cool. You can get a little taste of the magic without having to go to the parks and dealing with all the crowds and the pushing and the parking and the expense and that whole situation. This is a little free Disney fireworks show on a nightly basis. If you have pets, Windsor Celebration is really cool for you. Currently, there's no breed restrictions. So if your mom's saying, she can't go to senior living because she has a full-size poodle, Windsor Celebration is a great opportunity for that. You could even have a pit bull. There's absolutely no breed restrictions. Now, that there is a restriction, though. You have to be able to take care of the pet yourself. So if it's something that they're handling at home already, mom can bring her pet, a cat, dog, gerbil, anything really. But for the most part, the rule is they have to take care of them by themselves. They have this walking area where they can use go to the bathroom. But all the food and stuff, they just have to be able to take care of their own pet. But if they can totally have them here. Every resident gets 2 if they want. So that's something really cool. Also, as part of being a member of the Celebration community, each resident has deeded access to the City of Celebration's HOA. That's access to about 5 community pools where they can bring up to 3 guests, the parks, the walking trails, the playgrounds, the community events. Another great place to take the family, spend some quality time. They can jump in the pool, have a blast, and remember their trip to Grandma and Grandpa's house. So also good, if you're the parent, you want to have those memories. I mean, just all these things, and also the events they put on at Celebration throughout the year. This just be a great, have your mom check this place out. She wants a place where you can make a lot of memories with her. That's what Windsor Celebration is to me, at least. On a daily basis, their calendar is full of activities. It's something they offer at no additional cost. All the things, let's check out Friday the 19th, for example. Here's what we got on tap for that. 9:30 a.m. they got a shopping outing at the Rolling Oaks Mall. 10 a.m. they have communion. And by the way, they have religious services here too. So you wouldn't even have to leave the community to go to service. 1 p.m. they have their Windsor Glee Club, which they're super proud of. And they actually have some pretty good talent there. So if you like singing, that might be another reason to go to join that Glee Club. 1 p.m. bridge. Plenty of seniors out there playing bridge. And this is a great opportunity. And, my parents love playing cards, but they hardly ever did because they really had no one to play with. This community, you have a bunch of people. They'll show up for bridge, and you can play whenever you want. After that, from 1 to 3:30, there's a hotel van, a Windsor van that does a loop. And the loop goes from Windsor to Publix, the grocery store, and then back to Windsor, and then it does it all over again. So if you want, you don't have to drive, or if you don't drive, this would be a great way to go to the grocery store and get any food that you wanted yourself. And, they want little snacks or cookies or something in your room. So, drinks. You don't have to go downstairs every time you want to get a glass of water or a Coke. Also, Publix liquors if they want to stock up on some of that stuff as well. 2 p.m. the resident council meeting. From 2 to 3 to 4, we have piano and Friday music with Ashley and Kevin Baker. Some live interactive music, good time for everyone to get together and have some fun. 4 p.m. is Tipsy Trivia. I don't know exactly what that is, but probably involves some alcohol and probably involves some games. So, and at 7 p.m. the Skybar Social. You hang out and wait for the fireworks at 9. Now those two things, if you don't know, if you've never heard this stat, seniors when they move into a community like this, they tend to live longer. One of the main reasons they live longer is they get out of that isolation environment they may have been in at home. They say being isolated and not talking to anyone, every day and just living alone can be as unhealthy as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Just moving to a community like this where you're able to interact with people and have someone else to talk to and you're not all alone, that's almost automatically going to increase longevity and quality of life. Those two things alone, Tipsy Trivia and Skybar Social they sound like just a fun time, but that's totally really good. If your parents don't have something like that, it's super good. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's talk about, is this affordable or not? When we talk about pricing for senior living, we always got to start with factoring in all of what's included, where you're going to move to, and what mom's already paying anyway. So for something like this, if you were going to rent a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo in Celebration in this area with a nice resort pool and a gym and some little amenities like that, probably gonna run you somewhere between $2,000 and $2,300 a month. When you factor in the food budget, mom's probably spending somewhere between $400 and $1,000 on food. Right now we gotta factor in the grocery store, but then also anytime she goes out to eat, because going out to eat's included at the Windsor. You just go downstairs and they have the restaurants. So also any kind of meal plan or meal prep services that mom's using, all that has to be factored in. Time it takes to go to the grocery store, time it takes you to drive her to the grocery store, and how much that time's worth. On the low end, it's got to be at least $400, but hopefully it's a little bit more. It's very important that mom's eating, so you probably want her to be eating $1,000 of food and beverages and stuff a month. So also utilities, because utilities are included at the Windsor. So let's talk about her electric bill, her water bill, gas if she has it, cable, maybe phone, high-speed internet. All that's included, but she's paying that on her own right now for the tune of $350 to $500 a month. And then also any additional services she might need, house cleaning, laundry service, come mow the lawn. Easily somewhere probably between the $3,500 and $4,000 range of just what she's spending to live at home alone now. If mom isn't renting, she probably owns the home, and you might be thinking, oh, she owns her home free and clear. This doesn't apply to me. Well, your numbers might be a little different, but you have to do the real numbers. You have to factor in the property taxes and the maintenance on the home. You definitely have landscaping services. Somebody probably is coming to clean. If not, they probably should be. If not, mom's probably doing it herself and eventually going to fall and get hurt, unfortunately. The roof's eventually going to get old and have to be replaced for $10,000 to $20,000. The sinks are going to get clogged up. The toilet might overflow. There might be a little flooding. Something might happen. Different kinds of repairs and routine and preventive maintenance need to be made. Installing walking bars. So there's costs. Maybe she's not paying $2,000 for rent, but whatever it is she's paying to live at home, it's definitely not free to stay at home. So you factor that in, $35,000 to $4,000 a month. That's right about where Windsor independent living starts. $4,100 is the entry fee for a one-bedroom, about 500 square foot apartment. That's your own bedroom, your own bathroom, and your own full kitchen. In addition, you also get the $1,000 food credit, and you get access to all the entertainment, the celebration community, the Skybar, the cooking. There's just too many things to name. For all a couple $100 more than she's paying to stay home. So when you look at it, this independent option, this is luxury senior living for basically what she's paying right now. Just a couple $100 more, and the quality of life is just outstanding. I can't say enough great stuff about Windsor at Celebration. I would love to show it to you. Click the link in the comments below, and we'll set you up with a tour. So click the link in the comments below for your free consultation. I can tell you more about the Windsor at Celebration and other communities that we have in different areas that are similar. We can go on a tour, we can discuss plans, timeframes, and there's never any obligation or never any cost working with us. We get paid by the communities when we bring somebody who's qualified and can actually benefit from their services in. And we're also a real estate company. We'd love to sell your house or do any real estate needs that you have. But that's how we make our money, so don't hesitate. Give us a call for the free consultation because this part of our service is all for free. So we'd love to talk to you. I'm Josh Swanson. This is Windsor at Celebration. Thanks for coming along.